Who remembers when you booted up Call of Duty and you got ready to go play multiplayer and you got to vote the map that was coming up next? Everybody loved the feature, and yes, some maps would get completely ignored. I understand that, and other maps would get voted on every single time, a la Nuketown, but at least you had a say in what you were going to play, and you weren't forced to play horrible maps that got rammed down your throat that you didn't have any choice on. An algorithm actually picked the map. Well, now we fast forward to 2022. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Chaos here, fighting a cold, so probably sound pretty nasally. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. This is probably going up on Christmas Eve, so I hope you get to spend the holidays with your family and loved ones. And this is going to be a quick video, and it's kind of just me griping, but I feel it needs to happen. Earlier Call of Duty games, it was simple. Map voting, it was there, and 2 random maps, you get to pick them. I think there was even a Call of Duty where we had 3 options. I don't remember. You guys can actually fact check me on that. But Modern Warfare 2, no. The game's matchmaking system automatically picks one of the game's maps for you guys to play. So if there's a couple maps that you possibly don't like in Modern Warfare 2, Santa Cena Border, maybe, I don't know, there's a good chance you're going to have to play it whether you like it or not. Or it's just going to force you to back out of the lobby and go back in. But there's people that say if they try to avoid a map and they back out of the lobby, once they get back in, the algorithm is going to force them to play that map anyway. It's kind of a, hey, we saw you back out, but you're still going to play it. You're not going to play another map until you play this one. Now, that may be putting it out there a little too much, but you guys get what I'm saying. So the question is, why won't the devs give us the voting system in Call of Duty? Specifically right now, in Modern Warfare 2. There are some people that argue that they like it this way, because if we had the voting system and we had options, we would just vote the 3 or 4 most popular maps, and other games wouldn't, or other maps wouldn't get played. And I mean, the devs have said that there's no map voting because certain maps in the game would get played less. Yes, that's true, but that also could be served as feedback for the developers, because those maps that don't get played as much, there's a reason they don't get played as much. So the devs could use that as constructive criticism when making future maps, or they could make changes to those maps. They could look at the voting system and they would automatically know which maps the community doesn't like versus which maps they do. They could use it as data and make things better in the future, or even for those maps if they wanted to try to correct them. I personally don't think that the excuse there's no map voting system because certain maps would get played less is good enough. I really, really don't. I think if that's the case, then they use that feedback and that constructive criticism when people don't vote for those maps to make those maps better, or replace those maps with maps that are better, or at least get an idea of why the community doesn't like those maps for future maps. Now, other people will argue they like the diversity, they like the algorithm picking what they do, so they're not going to play the same 2 or 3 maps. I get it. They say a better solution would be a separate playlist with some of your favorite maps. I get that too, but in the end, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's pretty cut and dry. I think map voting needs to come back in Call of Duty. I do. It could be implemented super, super quick, and it would be really easy. I just do. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you like it how it is? Do you like the computer picking it for you? Or would you rather go back to a 2-map vote system, or even whatever that Call of Duty was where we had 3 map options? That would be the best. And then the community gets to decide what they play. I mean, we are the ones with the controller in our hand, or the keyboard and mouse. We should have a say in being able to play our favorite maps and not just hope that we get to play a map in rotation that the algorithm picks for us. Let me know what you guys think. Merry Christmas.